It is absolutely no secret that Expected Value RuneScape is a sucker for a from scratch series. I've probably done about 1 million of them in my lifetime, and I was looking forward to doing another one. Fresh start worlds were the perfect excuse. Not only do you have to start with a fresh account, there's a completely fresh economy. Dragon Bones are going for 6k each. Amulets of Glory for 150. Black Masks are selling for 10 mil a piece. And the best part is, at the end of the 6 months, all of your progress transfers over to the main game. I'm going to try my best to make max cash in the main game by swapping from those fresh start worlds. But in order to do so, I first have to progress my account, and the only way to do that is quests. Clients of Karen done. We get 2 unique antique lamps. I'm going to use both of those on Herblore probably? Apparently not. Shit, what do I use them on? Prayer. Fuck it, that'll do. And we also get a favor certificate, which I'm going to use in Host Sidious so that we can do Depths of Despair to get our Nightmare Zone set up. Depths of Despair done, we get another favor certificate for Host Sidious, and that unlocks the Sand Snake in the Nightmare Zone, which is going to be good for our setup later. All right, thanks to my good friend Alish, ha 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 ha. That is Shield of Arav done, very juicy. Corsair Curse done, the most unnecessarily long quest in old school RuneScape, and we've almost done with all the free-to-play quests now. Dragon Slayer done. Lots of defense and lots of strength XP, and now we can equip Dragon Plate Bodies. 73 quest points. Gonna be Gertrude's cats. We need the cat to be able to complete Evil Dave from Recipe Disaster. Get some cooking XP. We'll raise this kitten as our own. 1 quest point. Druidic Ritual out the way. Level 3 Herblore. Very juicy. Recruitment Drive done. And we get 1,000 prayer XP for that as well. Takes us up to 39, I think. Yeah, very juicy. And we can also purchase some initiates. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds for that right now, but I will come back for that later because it's good prayer bonus for our training. So I will want to be praying constantly. Death Plateau completed. We now can wear climbing boots. Extra 2 strength bonus. All right, Recipe for Disaster started. 1 quest point. Let's go through the door and get this journey underway. All right, first part of Recipe for Disaster done here. Slobber Compromise. And the Goblin Generals have been released. We now have access to some of the Coloromancer's chests. Let's go. 9 farming as well. And this is Pirate Pete being freed. Very nice. That gives us some fishing XP as well, which we need to do fishing contest. And that is going to allow us to free the dwarf as well. Huge. Fishing contest done. We can now free the mountain dwarf. Very nice. Completing the golem here so that we can do Shadow of the Storm, so we can get the ranged XP, so that we can get the ranged level for Big Chompy bird hunting, so that we can free Scratch Uglawuji. Completing the dig site quest so that we can get the mining requirement for Elemental Workshop, so that we can complete Elemental Workshop to get the crafting requirement, so that we can do Shadow of the Storm, so that we can get the ranged XP, so that we can get the ranged level for Big Chompy bird hunting, so that we can free Scratch Uglawuji. Completing Elemental Workshop so that we can get the crafting XP, so we can get the crafting requirement for Shadow of the Storm, so we can get the ranged XP, so that we can do Big Chompy bird hunting, so we can free Scratch Uglawuji. Completing Murder Mystery so that we can get the crafting XP, so that we can get the crafting requirement for Shadow of the Storm, so we can get the ranged XP to get the ranged requirement for Big Chompy bird hunting, so we can free Scratch Uglawuji. Shadow of the Storm completed for the ranged XP, so that we can get the ranged requirement for Big Chompy bird. That's Big Chompy bird hunting completed. Now we can free Scratch Uglawuji. I've just realized in editing this video, I didn't even free Scratch Uglawuji after this. Just caught myself some initiate armor. This is going to be the armor we use basically from here until we get Bandos, which is going to be a very, very long time down the track because I'm not going to go for a fighter torso, maybe some obsidian play legs, but that extra prayer bonus, we get what, 10 prayer bonus or some shit from this? 14 prayer bonus. That's going to save us so much when we're using piety and ultimate strength and stuff. Another quest helper tells everyone to go through this door, and obviously that's the fastest way to get in, but does anyone actually use it? Like, this is the OG door. I didn't even know you could go through there before the quest helper came out. Evil Dave and his spicy stew. Very nice. Oh, this is the first time all day the alt account is trading 100k over to the main. Love to see that. The alt is just sat at the agility pyramid running absolute laps non-stop. All right, very juicy. Level 43 prayer. Now we have Protect from Melee. Obviously, this is not going to get us 44 unless we get very lucky. But we'll work on Eagle Eye later. We just needed that protecting melee. Okay, 45% Hosidius favor. We can now train our cooking for free. 19 Herblore. This is essential for the account because we can now make Guam Tar, which is going to allow us to 3-tick a lot of our skills. That duck's pissing me off. 48 fishing, that means we can now boost up with an Admiral Pie to do Heroes quests. And we got a whole bunch of fish to cook for King Awawogi. And the first Dragon Scimitar has been purchased. Mining, and we can use a +1 boost from the Dwarven Stout for Heroes quests. One done for 2000 Herblore XP. 23, we need 25. 25 Herblore, just like that. Fucking magic seed from a bird's nest. That is PogChamp. 36 woodcutting, the requirement for Lost City. Lost City done, and that is going to be the final prerequisite for Heroes Quest, so we can get that started. Now, I've just been told by my friend Mazhar, who I'm helping complete this quest so he can get the world's first recipe for disaster, that I grinded out all of the fucking requirements for it, and I don't even need them. I can help him without getting them. I've just spent the last fucking 5 hours. All right, and there we go. A candlestick a piece. Shout out Maz. He actually paid me 100 million GP for this candlestick. For those that don't know, I actually currently hold the world record for the fastest 99 fire making in old school RuneScape. Do you believe that? 530 thieving XP, which is exactly what we need to do the feud and then be 45 thieving afterwards so we can start doing the bandits. But before we move along, guys, if you want to do these fruit stalls, you get enough strange fruits from thieving to keep your run energy up the whole time, because running between these two is much quicker than just sticking on one. But second of all, I found out if you drop a lime and a strawberry, from up here, it kind of looks like an avocado. 58,000 agility XP, that is the perfect amount to get us to level 48, which is the requirement for a recipe for disaster. And now we can move on. Gonna go do the feud, get that last thieving, and then we're ready to go. And that's the feud done, 15,000 XP, and that gets us to 45 exactly, like I said. And we can now blackjack for the rest of our thieving XP. We only need 53, so it shouldn't take too long. Bro, how'd this motherfucker know that I was here? Literally just spawned in, ready to take me to jail because I'm stealing this guy's money. That's fucked up. 53 thieving, that is the final requirement for Desert Treasure, I believe, which is one of the prereqs for Barrow's Gloves. Still need level 10 Slayer. I now have almost all of the skill requirements for Recipe for Disaster. I've now got almost all of the requirements for Barrow's Gloves, completing Recipe for Disaster. At the time of recording this, no one in the game has Barrow's Gloves yet. I'm probably going to be one of the first people in the game to get them. And although I'm behind on the high scores now, once I get these B gloves, I'll be able to catch up easily. And with all of the skill requirements completed and 103 quest points, we're going to be getting those B gloves very, very soon. So if you're interested in seeing me take over these fresh start worlds and make max cash from scratch, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.